my name is MB. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I decided that I wanted to do something a little bit differently. Instead of just doing regular gameplay, why not do it while reading confessions? So if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share, and follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, and also Twitch. Catch me stream whenever I can. I'm still getting that established. Is it wrong to have a threesome with your parents?
No.
Oh! I, 14 female, have always had an attraction to my mom, 34 female, and my dad, 40 male. One day they were arguing and I found my chance. I ran into the room crying and I told them to stop arguing because it was damaging the relationship. They both looked over at me in shock and I confessed my romantic feelings for them and they agreed to do it. We all went into the bedroom and my oven was destroyed that night. Should I tell someone or go for round 2? Her and her family went to a mental institution after this. Oh my god. You know what? I feel like I need a mental institution. Let me sign myself up for one. Not me, but a friend. He was out with a girl and he didn't know too well and they got drunk. She said she was initiated into a gang. What? She was initiated into a gang. They just collected stray people and they just collected stray people they didn't know, took them to a warehouse, beat them up, and when they were thoroughly beaten / broken down, she and the other recruits administered an overdose of intense sugar, offing them. There are very weird people out there. You need to be careful. You think? Where do you live? NYC? I mean, I went to NYC for a couple of days and I've never seen gangs. Sure glad I didn't. Oh my god. Just be careful, please. I work at a bar and our staff had a huge problem with intense sugar a couple years ago. It was to the point that management was regularly having to sweep the bathroom for needles. Anyways, one of the guys was a friend of mine and I thought he was an overall good guy despite his crippling addiction. One night we were having a few drinks after work and he got a little too drunk and admitted that a couple months ago prior he bought stuff from someone he didn't know and didn't trust, so he called up a girl he used before and told her he had stuff and he could come over. He had let her go first and she immediately had a terrible reaction to whatever was in the pill, seizing up and ODing in front of him. ODing? He left her house without notifying the police or trying to help. He OD'd himself a couple months after. Oh my god. Next. I'm sorry for your loss, I guess. I'm not liable for this. I'm not a witness. This next one's kind of long. I had a neighbor. She was young and a serious alcoholic. Well, that's rude. She had been a nurse before I met her, but was under some type of investigation because pills at her job had gone missing. One night, she was super drunk and told me that she had put the pillows over some of the elderly patients' faces and suffocated them because she couldn't stand to see them suffer anymore, bed sores and just in pain. Okay. I asked her about it when she sobered up and she denied saying that to me. She passed away about 3 months ago, so I'll never know if what she said was true or not. Alright, this next one, bartender here. So many stories. Probably most terrifying is the woman who came into my bar years ago and had 2 shots and a drink and was real quiet for the first hour. Then she called me over and asked if I could call the police. I said what was the problem. She then told me that she had stabbed and sliced the neck of a mugger. Oh, in the alley and wanted to make sure he was dead first before she reported it. Police were called, mugger found dead, woman not arrested or charged. She denied ever telling me that she wanted to wait an hour before calling the police, claimed that she had passed out in the alley and woke up then and came into the bar in shock. Okay, Queen, pop off. You know what, Queen? Love that for you. You know, show that mugger who's boss. I mean, you literally did, and now he's gone. Next one. I went out to lunch with a subordinate and he told me he stole $25K from the bank. He told me how he did, how he and his wife spent the money, and how he passed the lie detector test from the FBI.
Hold up, wait a minute.
Well, I'm not a witness, but ma'am, I fear this man has to go to jail. When was this posted? Oh no. Ma'am, I believe you might or might not be a witness. I think you might have to attest in court, but it's okay. Just be careful and you'll be fine. My dad learned as an adult that his father, whom he had known as his father his entire life, was not his biological father. But that's not the crazy part. After my grandmother died, my dad asked me to see if I could find anything about his biological father online. Popped a few details into Ancestry and very quickly found a marriage certificate showing a marriage that happened before my grandfather. And then I found another, and then another. My grandmother had been married not once before, but 3 times before she eventually married my grandfather, and she kept them all a secret. We don't even think my grandfather knew about the first 2. This was all in the 40s, spanning several states, and we weren't able to find divorce paperwork for all of them. So it's quite possible she was legally married to several people. Not your grandma being a community snatch. I don't know what to say. Your grandma's a hoe. This one is kind of long. I had a housemate in college who several years prior, had accidentally shot and off the friend of his in a hunting accident. He went to trial and was acquitted of all charges. Years later, he didn't tell me, but he told a woman I was intimate with that it wasn't an accident. Okay. Years ago, when I worked at the Los Angeles Hilton in the main kitchen, I had a very high-strung boss named Hussein. He was from Turkey. We jokingly referred to him as insane because of his personality. Ha, nice. Once, after our shift was over, he grabbed a case of beer from the supply walk and refrigerator and invited a few of us to help ourselves. He probably had 4 or 5 himself. Damn, alcoholic? Okay. He then proceeded to tell us that when he lived in Turkey, he had kicked some guy's and came to the US to get away. My co-workers and I didn't really give it too much thought. After a month later, we came to find out that while on vacation, Hussein had been walking back to his hotel room after drinking at a bar. He had ducked down an alley to take a piss and was caught by a policeman. He was charged and convicted of public urination. Oh my god. At least at the time, the US didn't have reciprocity with Turkey, but Mexico did. It turns out that what Hussein had described as kicking someone's turned out to be murder. He was taken back to Turkey, where we assumed that he had spent the rest of his life in a Turkish prison. Oh my god, so he was a murderer. Y'all, I'm really getting traumatized by all these. Let's just keep going. Had a co-worker come to the house, drinks and smoke and all that clean stuff. Then after everyone cleared out and it was just me and him, it was just him and I, he got really weird and gave me a hug and whispered in my ear, "I hope this doesn't change anything, man, but I need to let you know that I've offed 2 people." I thought it was messing around, and when he left, I decided to search the name up. Sure as hell, dude had gotten out of prison just 3 years prior on murder charges. We're still cool to this day, and it seems like he's turned his life around and has become a pretty decent family man. But that night, he told me that just sticks with me. I think we're gonna end it off there. Y'all have no chill, but anyways, y'all, if y'all enjoyed that video, please don't forget to like, share, and follow, please. And I am just gonna play Honkai for the rest of the day and just think about all these damn confessions. Bye, y'all, and be out.